Morning. Just another morning, as you can see. Beast is coming on. Got the fairings on. What I decided to do was put all the fairings back on as they were, unprepared. Then find out from, I've got a couple of options. One company called Image Design, and there's another one Tony told me about. To take the bike to them, or speak to them, and find out what they want to do. So, because I dare say the colour scheme that I want, and I will this time put it in the video, they'll need to mask it up while it's in position. So what I need to do now is, the beauty of the ABBA stand is I want to change the orientation of the bike so the nose is sitting up, so I'm not laying all over the floor doing the bottom bit of the fairing and the tail piece, etc. So as you can see, just change the strap, let it down, change the strap position, pump it back up again, and now we're in a nice attitude. I can get to everything in here. I'll probably take the wheel out to sort the bits of the fairing that I need to do. Put the bottom bits on. Once that's done and all tied up, it can come off the stand. As you can see, everything is on now, all buttoned up, done the underneath. Put the tail fin on underneath, missing a bolt, but I'll get that. It's one of the shanked hex heads, so it doesn't damage the plastics. And we're ready to go. So nothing more to do, really. Test drive, make sure we're okay. Got to button up the rear end with the indicators and that. I'll do that next. And that's it. Got to get grip for the bar. This one can stay. I'll put a bar end on. So grips I need. Rear indicators really I need, because the ones on there I don't like, but it'll do for a test ride. And we're done. So next, one thing I wanted to say, I am not sponsored by anybody for this video. Everything I've got I've bought myself. No one has given me anything, no one has sent me anything, and to be quite honest, it doesn't bother me. This is my journey. I keep saying it's my journey. So it's been a joy, an absolute joy to do it, and I can't wait to the last finishing touches. So the fork tubes, the bottom fork tubes, and paint, and we're done. So it's not the end of the video. There's bound to be a few more, but as for the build is more or less done, and I just can't wait to go out on it. But I'll give you a tour around the bike, see what it looks like. Okay, so there's the front of the bike. Coming round, fairing panels, rear seat unit. Around this side, same. So it's had a new screen, which is great. The other one was a black one. I prefer the clear one, especially when the new colours come. And that's it. Oh, forgot. Got to do them. So at some stage I'll get the tyres off of them, the new wheel bearings and stuff like that, and show you all of that. Okay, so the next thing to do, I'm going to button up the rear end and get the number plate, tail tidy, all of that stuff on, wired up and done. So it's all street legal, because I have to have an MOT, which I'll have to arrange at some stage. Well, as you can see, off the ABBA stand on our own two wheels. I've just had a little flat, put the bike outside the house, took a couple of photos and some video, which I'll include in this episode. I just cannot, I'm so glad she's on her two wheels. And because I've replaced everything, bearings, blah, 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 she's so easy to push, easier than the Tracer. And I forgot how low the seat height was for my little pins. It's beautiful. You sit in the bike. It's lovely. So I really can't wait to get the fork tubes done. Once they're done, I'm going to make a little list of stuff I need, which I'll sort out. Get the forks done, get her MOT'd, get her taxed, get her insured, get new rubber in those wheels, and just go and lose myself, go for a ride. Just cannot wait. Okay, welcome. Bit of news. Foam Fowlers. They've got the fork tubes in stock. So it might have to be one this month, one next month. Got some other goodies. Got some nice grips, which will obviously match the colour, hopefully, at the end of it. And some proper indicators for the rear, so I can get rid of those the silly ones that's on the front. That's all I'm going to do in this on this clip. Let's get on with it. As per normal, nothing ever goes to plan, and I've got the bar ends on, but managed to snap the pip off of the switchgear. I'll show you. Okay, as you can see, the little, what now is a metal pin, I've arrowdited in, which locates obviously in that hole. While we're here, let me show you what the grips look like. They're quite decent, and like I say, the colour's going to match when the bike's done. So another little hiccup, but that's what it's all about. So hopefully when that's all dry and that's in place, it'll be even stronger than the plastic pip. So yeah, we'll see what happens. And we're back. Those of you that are observant will notice that baby's back on the other stand. I've got a few things to do. I've got the new bar ends on. I've got new bobbins for the rear, which are lovely and sort of colour match to the rest, just a bit fancy. But just wanted to show you something before we start. So when you use the ABBA stand, make sure you use the ABBA bobbin so that this strap fits neatly into the bobbin and onto the securing bolt at the bottom. Otherwise, what happens is that bobbin is not wide enough for the strap. And the very last thing you need to happen is for it to fall off the ABBA stand. So it comes with the ABBA stand, it's supplied, it's the correct thickness, everything else, use the right one. Now, today is very, very exciting because something turned up today which I am extremely pleased about, and it is the new fork tube with the foot peg already on, all nice and OEM at 450 of your English pounds. And I've got to thank Fowler's Motorcycles for that next day delivery. It came by, I ordered it, when did I order it? On Thursday morning, about 11 o'clock, and it came the next day, 10 o'clock. At the moment, I can only afford one, but at least I can build that one in readiness for when the missus indoors says I can buy another one. We've got a busy few weeks. I've got today, tomorrow, I'm spending the day with Tony in his garage. We've got quite a bit of prep work to do on the wet bike for racing. We're at Snetterton Bank Holiday weekend. It's May 24. So the first one, bank holiday weekend. I've also got, I have done this morning, I booked my tracer in for its MOT on the 11th, which is the Saturday after. So that's done. The other thing I wanted to say is, now this is getting very near to roadworthiness. I've got the forks to do, I've got the wheels to do, and new tyres, and she can have an MOT. I thought I'd better find out what's going to be the state of insurance. So I went on the good old comparethemarket.com, and I've gone fully comp, pay up one payment with £100 voluntary excess on top of the normal 500 compulsory excess. And what came back shocked me. Now, I know I'm old, but the very first one was £67 for the year, and the Bennett's one was £83 for the year. Not too sad, considering the road tax for this is going to be £117. It was a very nice shock. Some good things about being old. So today, let me show you. I have fitted this very nice tasty bobbin that side. Obviously, I've got the Abistan the other side. We have the new fork seals and some 5-weight light fork oil, which is the OEM standard for the 99 Busa, the Gen 1. Also, got to try and sort the wiring out for the indicators at the rear. I've got some, I better show you those, I suppose. So these are the nice indicators, nice and big for me to wire up. And I have to sort the wiring out because although they're all working, the right hand side was working fine and the indicator on the dash. The left hand one was flicking like there was a bulb gone, but all the lights were working. So I know it does a funky thing through the negative to feed something else. So that's what I'm going to sort out first. If I get brave enough and time, I'll have a go at the fork tube. You certainly don't want to see that on your tyres, given that we're 2024. Right, so it's tyres time. Bearings out, journals cleaned, knocked out with the old trusty slide hammer and the blind bearing puller. Both sides look a bit crusty. Even the seals look a bit rough. So that's out, tyre cleaned, valve is out. Just got to get the tyres taken off, which, as you've seen, 2003. That's how long I've had them set of wheels. So, well, actually, no, probably not. Probably 2007 when I got the wheels. So they were 4 years old when I got them, and they are like lumps of wood. But as you know from these gold ones, they're the ones I refurbished and got them powder coated gold. I mean, the black ones are powder coated. They should have been gold. And when I went to collect them, they were black. So luckily I had a second set of wheels, refurbished them and put them on. Look great on a black bike, but the colour scheme I want, they got to go back to black. So tyres off, new wheel bearings, blah, 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 blah. So I've just got to get the wheel out of this. And there we have it. The gold wheel's out. So that, I'll take the discs off. Yep, I'll take the discs off of that. Ready to go on the new ones, and then the gold ones can hang back where the black ones were. Okay, so I've got a H6 impact socket, and I just want to break these off. Okay, so when you're taking these off, these are quite soft, so you want to make sure that your H6 socket, X socket, goes right in. And what I like to do is just pulse it till it starts to move and then do it. If you're too aggressive straight away with it, sometimes you can shear them off, because these will have thread lock on, which I'll clean off on the good old wire wheel. And that's one side off. I'll do the other side, I won't bore you with it, and we'll hang it up. So next off, mudguard's got to come off. Then I can loosen up the nuts and the bolts that hold the fork in place, and I can drag that fork leg out, and we'll see what happens with the fork leg. Let's do that so you can see that. What size is that? So that's going to be this one. Oh, is it out already? Is it out already? There we are. This kitty. So these have all got new bolts in. Nice pan head with a washer. The mudguard has got plastic washers in as well, so that all helps. So this obviously is going to get cleaned up. Now the other thing to remember is that there is a clip on the mudguard that's holding the cable, not the cables, the hydraulic lines for the brakes. So I must remember to unclip that. It's clipped in there. I can't remember how that clip comes out. We'll have to see in a minute. So I've sort of got one good outer tube that I've sorted out, and I can already see that it's better than this one. So this one's got quite a nasty gouge on it. Take you out, take you out. Oh God, let me come there. So they go out to there. Okay, so what's happening here? I can't see what's happening there. It's sort of locked in place. Why is that? Don't know. Let's take you out of there so we can get this out. Now this is a bugger, because you have to maneuver these around a bit because of the clip on the back. But eventually you can get it out, and I can see what's happening with this clip. What's happening with these clips? That. Oh, I see. Like that, like that. Leave you on that for a minute. Sorry to waffle on. Got a clip there, and that's the bugger. That's the bugger one, the metal one. So I've probably got to take that off to spray it. So probably the idea there is going to be drill it out, take it off. Yeah, drill it out, take it off. So that's that. That's there. Now I want to sort of And, need to get a little bungee clip. Did I have one out? I had one out. There we go. So, a little bungee to hang up the if I could do that around there, I wonder. Can I hang it around something? Okay, so I can hang both of them on there. So you can go on that one. You can go on that one. And we're good. Okay. And it is this one. Okay. Let's put you out of the way so you don't get damaged. If you can come there. Okay. So I've got this out there. It's not perfect, but it's better than the one that's on there. So this is the outer I will use. Make sure it's nice and clean. See how it fits and see where we go from there. Right, let's have a little clean up and I'll get the fork out. Okay, so that's the right hand fork out. It's leaking everywhere. You can see the state of it. It's dreadful. So now it's just to take this apart. And start replacing. I'll try and go through the bits and pieces, but first off we've got a bolt under there that's best undone now, or at least loosened. I've got my my special tool which I made, which you might have seen before, that will go in and hold it should it prove to be a nuisance. This is one of the old cartridges from outside, and you can see it's a bit carcellated in there, and basically that fits over there, fits into the carcellations, and you can hold it while you unscrew the bolt. So next thing to do is to undo that bolt at the back there, take the internals out because I think all the good internals are in there. Take the internals out, drain it from oil, and then we'll set it out on the bench and see where we go from there. So here we have the fork internals exposed. It's in the spring compressor, pushed down and the tab put in. Now we undo the lock nut, unscrew that, it can all come out, and we'll set it all out on the bench. So here we have everything. There's your cartridge internals, the cap, the rebound spring, the cap, spring, and the outer tube. Now it's just a case of making sure everything fits and putting it together. Okay, so I've inserted the seal retainer, or the seal retainer, the seal, the clip, and the dust cap. Then inserted the new inner tube. Now it's just in the spring compressor. I've just put a cable tie on it so I don't fall over. Learned that by experience. Let me just adjust slightly. Okay, so now I haven't got a special tool. I've got a piece of rubber hose that fits on the top of the cartridge, and you just pump it up and down a few times until you can't see any air coming out. That's pretty good. So now we take off the rubber hose. We can let that drop down for now because I can always pull it up with a rubber hose. So that needs to sink to the bottom, and then I've got a bit of a homemade gadget that I made that distance there is set to 98mm, and we drop that in there, suck it out, and I know I've got 98mm air gap. So once you're happy, you've got the air out and you've got your air gap, the next thing you do is you set that nut down 11mm. So from the top of the tube to the top of the nut, it's 11mm. I do mine with a vernier gauge. Just set it just there, 11mm. Perfect. Once that's done, drop your spring in and your spring cap. And now we get to put the cap on. Okay, just to finish up for today, they're all nice and clean now. I've taken the valves out. You got one tyre 2003, the other one 2007, but they might as well have been made out of wood. Forks in the bike, just got it on charge, still yet to sort my indicators out, don't quite know what's happening there. Just need to tidy up here, put them away, that's all done. Then we've got the old fork equipment there. Yeah, all good, all good. New fork seals when it comes in. And that's it. That's me done for the day, I think. And there we have it. A nice new fork fully assembled in the bike. Just got to do that horrible one.